Whether you know it or not, social media has some of the best basketball minds on the internet. Today I'll share with you the best basketball concepts and ideas I've saved over the past year. So I want to start here with a quote from Coach Dottie that says, "Being a student athlete is not easy. It requires a level of dedication, sacrifice, and work that many aren't willing to do. However, the responsibilities, benefits, and opportunities make the student athlete experience transformational. Being a student athlete means more opportunities, teammates, friendships, and mentors, and so on." And so I think it's really important here how crucial your life as a student athlete is. Don't take for granted all the little details that you get to have in your day-to-day life. Being a student athlete is fun on both sides of the court, so make sure you embrace it. This next post is from PGC Basketball, and it's 27 tips to help you go from a good to a great shooter. And by the way, if you're looking for all of these posts, I'll have a link to all of them in the description. The first tip is don't miss short. The second tip, don't miss to your dominant side. The third, track and measure every shot. That which gets measured gets improved. When you measure, you can compete with yourself. Fourth, repetition builds confidence. There is no substitute for hard work. Fifth, we become what we think about ourselves. As you retrain your body to shoot differently, you must also train your mind to think differently. Six, our mind bends in the direction of our strongest thoughts. Positivity breeds positivity. Negativity, well, you get that picture. 7, start with who you want to be. Shift to how that person would act. Shrink to control what you can control. 8, that which angers you controls you. 9, have selective amnesia. Forget past misses. 10, that which gets praised gets repeated. 11, it's not about being the most talented, it's about being the most consistent. 12, professionals stick to a schedule, while amateurs let life get in the way. 13, start where you are, build as you go. 14, develop and build the habit of shooting daily. You can't improve a habit that you don't already possess. Shoot daily, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes. 15, write down the when and the where you're going to shoot each week. 16, find passion in the process of shooting. 17, develop a love of shooting. 18, film your shot. Film, don't lie. 19, focus on the feeling. Focus on getting the yes feeling. 20, master the mundane in the dark. 21, don't mistake activity for achievement. 22, do the 5-minute prep. 23, fight for faster feet. 24, confidence comes from work. 25, say I can do difficult things to yourself. 26, consistent routines lead to consistent results. 27, power comes from speed, not strength. Those are 27 great little tips that will help you become a great shooter in basketball from my friends at PGC Basketball. Let's get into the next piece of advice. Post number 3 is from Basketball Psychology, which said, waking up early to work out is uncomfortable. Holding your teammate accountable is uncomfortable. Giving all of your effort when you're tired is uncomfortable. You need to decide what you want more, comfort or greatness. I can't agree with this post more because it really is uncomfortable getting up and doing those early morning lifts. But in the end, that's what makes it all worth it. By being that 1%, and the people that do those uncomfortable things are the ones that have the greatness. So now the question's up to you. Do you want comfort or greatness? Post number 4 is from the Hoop Herald, and it's about watching a clip from Allen Stein Jr. So let's give it a watch.
My number one job was to get them to what we would call play present. And a key fundamental to that was getting them to move to the next play. You just missed a layup, it's all right, next play. You just turned the ball over, it's okay, next play. Yes, I know the referee didn't make a call. It happens sometimes in basketball. Next play. Why do I want my players focused on the next play? There's nothing they can do about the play that just happened. It's over. It's in the past. It's in the rearview mirror. It is unchangeable. There's nothing you can do about that missed layup, that turnover, or that referee's inability to make a call. It is over. It is in the past. It is in the rearview mirror. It is unchangeable.
You got to be relentless. Be where your feet are. Don't worry about what's going to happen in the future. That just creates a bunch of anxiety. How about right now? Whatever we do in the next minute, that's what you're focused on.
Number 5 is a post from Hoop Dreams Be Ball that says, in order to win consistently in basketball, it's mandatory to be loud, play together, move the ball, understand spacing, comprehend positioning, communicate consistently, keep the ball in front of you, play focused off-ball defense. And he included here a clip of Chris Paul talking in the Warriors, a great point guard of all time. Let's hear what he has to say.
Ask y'all to keep competing. The one thing that I say, if I could give any advice, the only thing that disappointed me a lot is that all y'all guards, right? Right? Everybody guards. It was so quiet out here. It was so quiet out here. We was in Boston in what, 08? Yep. 08? Probably best defensive team I played against since I've been in the league with the 08 Celtics. KG was older. They had an older team, but they talked. You know what I'm saying? They talk all game long. So just like y'all text and be talking about all this stuff that's going on, music, when you're on the court, You can't be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? If you're really passionate about it, you don't care what nobody think about you. So if you go back to your team and you're the leader of the team, you know what I'm saying? When you're on defense, let a guy know you got their help. Who feel like they nice in here in one-on-one? Right? Everybody. That's what I'm telling them. When you get to the league, everybody nice in one-on-one. So that's why you got to play position defense and let your teammate know, yo, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You know what I mean? So all game long, offense, defense, just try to pick up the talk.
Big takeaway here is to make sure you communicate on both sides of the court. It helps your teammates out and it lets your coach know that you're active and you know what you're doing. So remember, communicate on that basketball court. Next post is from The Winning Difference, which says, be exceptional at the things that don't require talent. Good versus great. There is a difference. Discipline, integrity, focus, fortitude, effort, respect, enthusiasm, no excuses, communication, execution. So the question now becomes, do you want to be good or great? You have to look at all those little details, enjoy the little things, but put emphasis and focus on the little things in order to become a great basketball player. On to the next post. There's another post here from The Winning Difference, and it's a video of Tim Grover, who's Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's trainer. Let's give it a watch.
Everybody knows you got to pay a price for winning, but most people aren't willing to pay it. They may pay it once, but literally you got to pay it every single day. And the crazy part about that is the price changes daily. Just like the stock market goes up and down, the price of winning changes on a daily basis. And you got to be willing to pay that price, whatever it is on that day.
This also reminds me of a similar quote. It was something like, in order to be great, rent is due every single day of the week. So you have to be able to put in consistent practice here. This is really talking about how the great players put in consistent and hard work every single day, not just on the days that they feel like it. You have to have strong discipline here to become a great basketball player. You can't work out for 2 hours hard on one day and take the rest of the week off. Great players put in the work every single day. The next post is from Coach John Beck, who I actually did an interview with earlier this year, and he said, game day equals only 5% of your actual performance. 95% of it is preparation, practicing, and improving. Everyone loves to perform on game day, but more important is how you are using the 95% that prepares you for games. What's done as a team and individually will be 100% revealed during that 5%. And I couldn't agree more with this post. He's essentially saying that the work you put in that preseason and the offseason will then show when you get into the game. The game is a result of what you put in your practice and on your own time. So the more and better results you practice on your own time, the better you're going to be on the court. The next post is from Coach Hines, who says, do you want to stand out? S equals show up for early. T equals take time for others. A equals always give thanks. N, never quit. D, do good. O, overperform. U, uplift others. T, take nothing for granted. So those are the ways that you can stand out. Great post from Coach Hines. The next one here is from Coach Teddy, and it's on 13 simple strategies that will improve your life. Number 1, deliberate practice. Number 2, weekly review. Number 3, study world-class people. Number 4, the 2-minute rule. This is a great one. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Number 5, daily visualization. 6, celebrate tiny wins. 7, curate your inputs. 8, progress journaling. 9, morning movement. 10, digital detox hour. 11, wisdom walks. 12, acts of kindness. And 13, use not to-do list. I've learned recently that the importance of saying no, which means that if it's not a heck yes, it's a no. Sometimes you have to say no to things in order to improve. By yesing to everyone, your time is going to be very hard to manage. So make sure that you're saying no too, and that way you have a not to-do list. For all the players that might be overtraining or becoming burnt out, this post by B-Ball Breakdown with a video of Steve Nash is important, so let's give it a quick watch.
Yourself one thing, it would be to be more organized and to build better habits. I think I attacked everything with volume. Shoot hundreds of shots every day. If I could change that, I'd have a little more design and plan. What are the shots you take in a game? How can I attack each of those shots in a way that I could track my improvement? I think the same is so important for people out there on whatever their health journey is. Being much more targeted and organized rather than, I lifted weights again. That's 3 times this week. Give yourself an opportunity to succeed.
Biggest takeaway, make sure you're treating your body right. We're putting a lot of stress on ourselves by constantly playing the game of basketball. Make sure you're recovering properly too. That will also boost your performance. From one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time is a video of Stephen Curry via Hoop Herald.
Catching the shooting, I'm catching the ripping, or I'm catching the giving up. If you held the ball for 1 second, that's a grenade and it blew up and you're done. All right, so think about that. I need 0.5 seconds to make a decision, and that's when you start to get the dominoes to fall. All right? On the weak side, strong side, whatever it is.
This is a big one for me. As I'm gearing up for the season, I'm realizing how important it is to make those quick, rapid decisions. Holding the basketball for longer than a second is really becoming a bomb in your hands. You have to be able to get rid of it, pass the ball quick, and move without it. So reminder, make sure you're moving without that basketball and you're playing basketball and making quick decisions. Those are some of the best basketball lessons I've learned over the past year. Subscribe, and for more basketball videos like this, click here.